What's up, baby? I'm at the end of my shift, about to come home. I just wanted to make this last video for you. Wanted to first tell you that I love you. Hopefully, those words will never get tired or old. Especially since they're coming from the heart. Um, I kind of had a thought I wanted to share. My arm is tired. Dang, I gotta hold this phone up. My prayer for this week has just been, Lord, help me not to have any confidence in my flesh. And I know that the normal parameters of a statement like that comes from sin and temptation and things of that nature. But I want that to be included. But that's not the predominant thought that I was having, nor is it the first thought. Um, Having no confidence in my flesh has me to think about the other side of succumbing to sin or temptation, whereas being too holy. And what I mean by that, looking at a person or a situation and either overthinking or being overcritical, or having that automatic thought, well, this isn't biblical and whatnot. Like, there's certain situations that is obvious that this is not a biblical mindset, if you will, but or a biblical situation or a best way to handle it. But then when I consider myself and when I consider my initial thoughts most of the time, and when I think about my reactions sometimes, and when I think about my actions partially, I realize that I'm not as holy as sometimes my judgments may come across. And I hate to say judgments because there's so many precursors or so many annotations that's added to that in the Christian realm, but if you just look at things from the basic standpoint, that's what they are. So going back to what I was saying, as far as have me have no confidence in my flesh, just keeping me in line as far as the reality of who I am, regardless of any title that was put on me. Let's take the minister aspect out. Let's just say me as a husband, and I look at another husband's actions or deeds, right? And they do some things that I know are counterproductive to the relationship, or they do things that just not what husbands should do for their wives or to their wives. Well, I got to be careful, because I'm not them. And just because I don't do that particular thing, I might do something that I might consider as less, but to you, it seems that much more. I don't cheat on you, but if I neglect you in terms of emotions, or in terms of physicality, being physical, then what then separates me from the guy that's cheating? Maybe the guy that's cheating, at least he's, taking care of business at home, and so I can't, I can't, from a title standpoint, I can't say because I'm not doing what this guy's doing, it makes me a better husband. From the spiritual aspect, being a minister, we're automatically held at higher standards, and I already understand that. But just because I'm held at a higher standard doesn't mean that my mindset has to be a higher standard in a sense that I'm made in a better image, or I'm better in any kind of way. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm really not. I'm an average, everyday dude who is fighting this fight and dying. Gotta die every single day. Even more so now, I feel like, because um, I feel like there's a big target on not just my back, but the backs of everybody that just has a true desire to worship God. So I feel like I talked a lot more than I wanted to, but I just want to communicate that certain thought. And of course, I know you already know how I feel about that in regards, but when I say certain things, I use cliches and I use everyday terminology that we understand, but I don't always mean it in the way that the first thoughts will come about. So again, going back to my prayer, putting no confidence in my flesh would allow me to be more proud about my lifestyle than I really should be. My flesh will allow me to think more highly of myself than I really should. And my flesh will put me in a position that will set me up for failure. You know what I mean? And I just don't want to succumb to that. So, every single day, Lord, allow me not to have that confidence. So, all right, that's it. So, as you see, truck in the background, Big Red, she holding me down. Let's see if I can get that. Uh, See you soon. No, love you. Take care. I don't know why my eyebrow does that neither. I think I've been doing that all my life. It's just like a natural habit. I don't know why I can't open my eyes long. It's just, I guess that's genetics. I talked to my grandfather about that. Trying to open my eyes and I can't do it. That's crazy. All right, anyway. Peace.